Anyways. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So, hey everybody, welcome to That Vinyl channel. I'm That Vinyl Guy Boz. It's been a few weeks since I've been on. Of course, December was just so hectic and a lot of things going on. And and last week was my wife's birthday, so we didn't do last week either. So, but yeah, we're going to get to it. I have all the records that I played in December right here, and maybe the first week of January or so, but mostly in December. I'm going to show you everything that I have. It's cold, yeah, it is. It's cold here too. It's getting colder about a minute actually. So it's supposed to be a deep freeze tonight actually. They say it's going to go down I'm in Central Florida. They say it's going to get down into 34, 33 tonight. Yep, it's real cold. So, hope everyone's staying warm. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So here's one that I picked up. You know, a lot of these records I pick up, I check Amazon. There's places online that tells you all the deals going on Amazon. Sometimes records are $7, $8, $9, and what I'll do is if a cover looks interesting or something interesting about the record, I'll go out or whatever. I'll go out to YouTube or Spotify and hear a few tracks, and if it's good, I'll pick it up. So that's what I did with this one, and this is a band I never heard of before called Texas Hippie Coalition. They're a contemporary band. And they're very similar to Black Stone Cherry, that type of style. They're actually really good. I was surprised. And here's the cover of that. And here is the vinyl. Really cool looking vinyl on this red and black splatter. Really cool. So the name of the album is Gunsmoke. It's a new album for them, and hey, Vinyl Man, how you doing? Hey, Chris, it's good to see you. Again, I apologize for last week, so I thought maybe I could squeeze an hour in and do a show, but the time just didn't work out that way. So, but it's good to see you. So yeah, I played this last week. This Vinyl Hippie Coalition, very awesome album. If you get a chance to pick it up. How's the new year treating you so far, Chris? Now bring them up here. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking record though, isn't it? All right, so we're moving on. So here's one. So my wife had a request about 2 weeks ago. She wanted to hear some R&B and some blues, so I pulled out a couple records and I played those for her. Wow, it's gonna get down to that's get a show. That's pretty cold there. Yep, middle of a snowstorm. Yeah, I'm not so worried about snowstorms here, but you never know. But yeah, for Central Florida, we're going to get down in the 30s and the low 30s. So it's not going to be fun. George is here. George Music for all four seasons. Hello. How you doing tonight? It's good to see you. All good, mate. Buying a lot of records. Yeah, me too. I got like 2 boxes of records I bought from the last week of November through December and through now. I got like 2 crates of these records I bought. So I'm going through them slowly but surely. So so my wife asked me to play some R&B and some blues a couple weeks ago, so I pulled a couple out. So this is a really good one. This is James Talley, Blackjack Choir, really great R&B artist from the 70s. Really, really great. This one was on this red Capital. I don't know if you can see it or not. Red. Let me pull it out. This red Capital 70s. This 70s red Capital label. I'm sure all of us are familiar with it. So here's the back of the record. But very, very, very cool R&B record. Really, 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 really great. I think this came out around 73, I want to say. 77. So again, this is James Talley. So really, really great R&B stuff. I'll take Florida winner over. There you go. I agree with that. Tarbird says should take Florida winner over any other locations. I don't know. Down in St. Thomas, when I was in the Navy, we had a guy. We bunked. There were three of us all in a room, bunking together, and one of the guys was from St. Thomas, and we were in Newport, Rhode Island, at the War College, and it was snowing outside. It was the first time him seeing snow because, of course, down in St. Thomas, there's no snow down there. So if there's snow down there, there's a big problem. So, yeah. So here's the other one that I played for her. This is Hound Dog Taylor and the House Rockers. This is more mainstream blues, but it was really, really good. This one I think was 71. It's on this Alligator label. Maybe turn it around so you can see it better. On the Alligator label. So I actually have two copies of this. This I think is an original one from 71 with the green writing, and there's one that looks identical, but it's green with the white writing. I think that's maybe a 72 or a 73 repress. But either way, really, really great blues album for him. So, yep, cool stuff. Make sure I'm staying up. Any guys out there big blues fans? I love blues stuff. I do. I have a lot of blues in my collection. Probably get into classic rock and classic rock, metal, AOR, all that kind of hair metal, glam metal, hard rock. The whole conglomeration of rock. Probably the next genre down from that I have. The most of it is probably blues. It could be disco, but I think it's blues though. I do like disco as well. So here's a soundtrack I bought a couple years ago, but I never got around to playing it, so I just played it. This is Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter is Dead. Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter is Dead. Great movie. I remember this movie when it came out. This came out on red vinyl. Has a pretty cool label there. I don't know if this is a this might be a gatefold. Again, I'll take it out of the plastic for you. Really great soundtrack. A lot of great songs from all these great bands. And here's the gatefold for you. So make sure that doesn't bend anything. So yeah, the movie came out in 91, but this was reissued in 2020. So really cool. Yep. Yeah. Alligator was a primo, definitely. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Here's one I picked up. This one is a Korean pressing. This is Joe Walsh. You bought it. You name it. So very cool. In this Korean sleeve. But Korean pressing, pretty cool. I really like Joe Walsh a lot. This has his song on it. Space Age Whiz Kids. A very awesome single for him. But some Joe Walsh for you Joe Walsh fans. Played that one. What else do we get here? So this is a band that I got introduced to about 6 or 7 years ago, on my Facebook group, a guy posted their, I think it was their debut album or second album, Head East. They came out in the 70s, the mid 70s. And since then, I bought 2 other 70s releases of them. So I have like 3 Head East, but they're all 70s. This is an 80s release. So, but I wanted to pick it up. I wanted to hear their 80s sound. But yeah, it sounds pretty good. I really like this band a lot. So I think this is 83, 82 Head East. And the name of this one is Onward and Upward. Really great mainstream rock band. So I definitely recommend if you're not familiar with them. Yep, I have a lot of John Lee Hooker in my collection. I mean, I have some Stevie Ray Vaughan, more bottom blues. That's true. Yep, I agree. And Vinyl Man Alligator did a good compilation set. Cool. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. So about a year ago or so, a year and a half ago or so, I did an entire thing on blues. I needed another one. I needed to do a follow-up because I have more blues than I showed in that broadcast. So I should do another blues broadcast and figure out the blues I showed in that and show some more stuff. So this is Phil Collins, but seriously, another Korean pressing of it. So came in this interesting looking Warner Brothers sleeve. So really great stuff for him. Here's a track listing of the album. Very cool. You see, Don Bob has the WEA stuff. So I don't think this is German. I think this is Korean. Usually WEA, you think of German, but I think, well, it says international, so yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's Korean though, pressing. But anyways, cool stuff. We have, yep, I agree, the blues sounds great on vinyl. And we have Joe Walsh LP is very 90s. Oh yeah. Good song. I like it. So this is a record that the Vinyl Man sent me. Again, I really appreciate it. So I finally got to play it. I played it about 3 weeks ago. It was really great. So I really enjoyed it a lot. This is Stereophonics. He sent this to me all the way from Wales. It's called Language, Sex, Violence, Other. That's the back of it. Got a cool gatefold. So really great alternative rock. Really great. I really enjoyed this album. I think they're a Welsh band as well, aren't they? Aren't they, Chris? Picked up a best of the band. No, I didn't have any. I don't have any LPs about the band. I have several 45s of theirs, but no LPs. So I just picked up a greatest hits that they recently put out. The band. So newly remastered, first time on vinyl in decades. So bring up the hype sticker if you want to check it out. Cool stuff. So, but really great reissue. So, there's that. We can get back in there now. So, yep, I really like the band a lot. Great record. Welsh band, yep. Yep. Awesome. Yeah, good song. Great album. Yeah, I don't have any band LPs. Like I said, I have 2 or 3 of the 45s, And I like the band just fine, but it's something that you don't come across in digs and record stores usually. I don't know why. And but I figured, you know what, I'm gonna pick up this greatest hits. What else we got here going on? This here is another greatest hits. This is Montrose. So it's now playing. This was I got this from Best Buy. So this is the 1970s Montrose with Sammy Hagar on the lead. It's issued on this yellow vinyl. And I'll show you the back of this as well. If you want to, I don't know if we can check out the track listings, but see if we can bring it. And it talks about the band too, Montrose, and then the bottom is track listing. Pretty cool stuff. So that back away. Yeah, 6th album of the band, awesome. Yeah, I should get some more of the records other than the greatest hits, but right now it's all I have. And let's see. Picked up a bunch of 12-inch singles from a local store back in the first week or so of December. I only got around to playing one of them, but this is Slade. I don't know if you can see it, but this is Slam the Hammer Down. So this is a demonstration that for sale, and it's from Keep Your Hands Off a Power Supply LP. This has a hot version, that's a shorter version, and it has a hotter version, and that's a longer version. But it's a really great song by Slade. I really like Slade a lot. Slade is like really great. I have almost all the records. So if you like Slade. Never saw that Montrose best of. Yeah. It came out a couple years ago, and I think I even saw it at Walmart. But the Walmart one was I think the Walmart one might have been black, but this one I got from Best Buy. So, and it was on yellow vinyl. So pretty cool. So I picked up. Verve was running a sale over the holidays, so I picked up some stuff from Verve. They're known for R&B and blues and some jazz as well. Their website is. So I think I have a couple other Verve that I picked up over Christmas that I still haven't played yet. But this is Chicken Fat by Mel Brown. So really great. Did a really great job on it. Pressed at Third Man Records in Detroit. Show you what it says here. So pressed at Third Man Records. They tried to keep the look of the original Impulse label. So good job with that. And I believe that this is a gatefold, so I'll take it out and show it to you. Yep. Chicken Fat. So a really great blues album. I think this is a little bit more on the R&B side, if I remember right. So, but it was pretty good. So we have that. And I showed this one a couple weeks ago when I first got it in. It was still sealed, but now I played it. I'm going to show it again. But a really great album. This is the Green Album. This came out back in like 2011 or so, I think, or some time ago. But it was only on CD. This is first time on vinyl. So it's called the Green Album. A bunch of alternative rock and punk rock artists got together and redid the songs from several the Muppet movies and the Muppet Show, including Weezer, and it's put out on green vinyl. A little bit noisy, the vinyl was here and there. It could have been pressed better, but it is what it is. The Fray did one, Phenomena, that was really great. Amy Lee. I'll show you the track listing here if you want to peruse that, if you can see it. Well, you know what? This is a gatefold, and I'll take it out as well. Show it to you. So that should be easier to read. So, and the gatefold is like that. It's pretty cool. For those of you that like the Muppets. So this is an interesting one here I got. So I know you heard me talk about this before, that I'm really big into novelty stuff. This came out in 1983. It's called The Scrooge Brothers Commercial Christmas Land. It's probably more of an EP than an album because it's not very many songs on it. It's like, I guess it's more than I thought. 5 on the first side and 3 on the second side. But I show you this. I mean, I think I can show this because it's a cartoon. But it shows Santa being a little naughty there. He's got a present for himself there in the sleigh. But it's actually hard to come by record. And it has they really did a good job on these songs. What smell is this? Jingle Slide. Glory to the Store Displayed. Deck Yourself. The first Greenback and Silent Night, but Silent is spelled weird with a C. So, but it's just it is adult themed if you have children in the house. So this is something that you don't want to play, but it's fun to listen to. So even has some weird looking reindeer down the bottom. But yeah, cool record. Let me see if I can't put it back on the sleeve. This put out on the Amiga label. If I check it out. So you have that. Let's see what else we got here. Of course, last month was Christmas, so I played some Christmas stuff, so you're going to see that even though it's now in the middle of January. But Rodney Crowell, Christmas Everywhere. This is a country R&B guy, country-ish, modern country, and really, this has some really good songs on it. It's especially this one was put out on this like white and I don't know what color it is. It's black, but it's like splatter. But it's got some really good Christmas songs on it, especially Christmas in Vidor. Christmas in Vidor is really good. Christmas for the Blues. Let's skip Christmas this year. Another song on here. So he's most of these songs are his original compilations, but it's an album that I do like listening to around Christmas time. I got this about 3 or 4 years ago. So again, this is Rodney Crowell, Christmas Everywhere. So cool record. Yeah, Crowell is good. I like him. So what else I got here? So this is Varice Sarande. Is that how I pronounce it? But they do a lot of soundtracks. And this is themes from these 1960s terror movies. They saw drive-ins. The Mole People, Tarantula, Revenge of the Creature. All that kind of stuff. But it was done very well. More like a Halloween type record, but very, 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 very well done. I definitely enjoyed this one. So, I'll show you the back of it. Pretty cool. I'm big into soundtracks, so eventually my goal is maybe this year I want to start digging. I got over 500 soundtracks. What I want to do is start doing some shows where I'm digging through all my soundtracks. Digging through all my soundtracks and just showing you all from A to Z. It's going to take a while to go ahead and get through all of them. But maybe sometime this year I'll start that. We have picked up out of a dollar bin, picked up another novelty record, Goofy Gold, on the Exact label. It's like a knockoff of K-Tel. So, but this has original hits, original stars. This has like Charlie Brown with the Coasters, the Birds, the Word, the Purple People Eater, Do the Funky Chicken, My Old Man's a Dust Man, Wooly Bully, Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs. Just a lot of fun to listen to. So very, very cool. The Raz Saran Band. Okay. Faraz Saraband. Vayrez Sir. I'm going to give up. I don't think I'm going to get it. So anyways, yeah. Yeah, what he said. So, Zach, like Impact, were almost re-recorded. It could have been re-recorded. It's been a few weeks since I heard it. I don't remember. So I have to play it again. I do think the Charlie Brown was re-recorded though when I heard it, but the rest of these I'm not all that sure. So I also had Mr. Bassman on it too. So by Johnny Symbol. So Happy Go Lucky Me, Paul Evans. Good song as well. So this one I picked up. This is the 40th anniversary of David Bowie and Mick Jagger doing their version of Dancing in the Street. You know, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. This might be a little embarrassing. This is one of my favorite songs. Okay, and I must have maybe pushing 15, maybe 20. But I think about 15 different versions of this song, including the original. I'm trying to remember her name. It was a female artist, did the original. But and sometimes it's called Dance. This one is Dancing in the Street, but sometimes it's Dancing in the Streets. It was the same song. I must have at least 15 versions of this on 45s, from the original, which is more like an R&B, to disco, to this version here, which is also like a disco one. I also have one that's more country, and of course Van Halen did a version of this as well, and have that one, and I just have like all these different versions of this song, and everybody does it a little different. And it's just great to hear all these different renditions of the song that you like. So, like I said, I think I got about 15, or if not more, different 45s, all these different bands that have performed this song, Dancing in the Street. But yeah, this was a reissue of the 40th anniversary. They put it out on white vinyl, 45 RPM. So 12-inch single. It has several different versions on here. It has an instrumental version. It has a cappella version. It has the single version. So it has all these different versions on here. Very, very cool. See, the Bowie Jagger version was made after Live Aid because they were supposed to perform. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Very cool. Awesome. So this is another one I picked up, which I think is also, it was an anniversary edition. It was Motley Crue, A Theater of Pain. And this is on the purple and yellow vinyl. So great, great stuff. Want to check out the hype sticker there. Get it out of the light. There you go. But yeah, I think it's the 40th anniversary as well for this one. So smoking in the boys' room, Home Sweet Home. Very, very cool. What else we have here? Oh yeah, this one I just played last week. Oh, this is so good. I bought this. I bought this about 4 years ago, and I never got around to playing it. And it just sat on my shelf, and I just got a Wild Hair this last week. I saw it, I've seen it often on the shelf. I say I'm going to play that. I never do. So finally I was looking at it, and I said, you know what? I want to play it. So this is the Who's Tommy. I think it's from like 2019, I think. I think it's around 2019 is when the concert was. Can't see any dates on here, but it wasn't too long ago. But and this is a German label too, so I think it was a German pressing. But basically, Roger Daltrey, who is one of the main singers for The Who, he performed in concert backed by an orchestra, and he did the entire Tommy. He did a really, really great job with this. I mean, I enjoyed this. The pressing was exquisite. There was no noise whatsoever, no unwanted noise, that is. And it was just the entire Tommy. So I think it's like the 4th version of Tommy I have in my collection, maybe 5th. So there's the inside of it. So doesn't say which orchestra. It says with Keith Levinson orchestral arrangements. So but yeah, just a really great version of this. So I really like Tommy a lot. For those of you who like The Who, I'm a big fan of The Who. Yeah, in fact, I just picked up, it's coming in the mail, I picked up a Roger Daltrey live from 87, I think, on King Biscuit Flower Hour. So that's coming in the mail right now. What else do I got here? Saturday Night Fever. Who likes Saturday Night Fever? Anybody out there staying alive? So, one of my favorite soundtracks. They issued it on this cool vinyl. Both of them. It's a double LP. And it sounded really good too. They did a really good job pressing this one as well. So, yeah. Yep, have that one. I have the original 69, had the orchestral from 73. The soundtrack from the movie from 75. I have one, I think, from the 90s. They went on tour and they recorded Tommy, and I have that from the 90s. And then I have a Superstar concert series also from the 90s. It might have been the same tour, but it wasn't the same concert. So I have another live one, and then I have this one. So yeah. Saturday Night Fever fan. Yep, staying alive. So there we go. I do like disco a lot. So this one is the 50th anniversary of Apostrophe. So this is Frank Zappa, Apostrophe, 50th anniversary. Oh, let me get rid of that, sorry. And has the original LP on this Yellow Snow vinyl, and then has a second disc where it has outtakes and never before. It has a booklet and everything. Here, let me take this out. I'm getting a pile here though. Maybe I can put it over here. So anyways, so let me open up and show you the inside. Really cool. And has a booklet. So a lot of cool stuff in here. This is the one with the Don't Eat the Yellow Snow on it, and Cosmic Debris, Apostrophe, Stinkfoot. If you're familiar with Frank Zappa, Stinkfoot is really good. I got that on the 45 as well. So, but this also came with, I didn't grab it. Yeah, yep, that was a bonus LP. It has the second LP. It's pretty much the same album in the same order, but they're all different takes from the first one. So it has two of them in here. So, and they're both on Yellow Snow vinyl. So that's the first one, the second one. So Really great, remastered. And it also has, I didn't grab it, so I'm gonna get up real fast. I hate doing this to you guys, sorry. I wanna show this. I should have put it back in there with the record, but I didn't do it. I put it on the side whenever I took it out. All right, so, all right, I'm back. So this also came with a Don't Need the Yellow So 7-inch single, and this is glow in the dark. And it has cosmic debris on the back. So Don't Need Yellow Snow. Very, very cool. And again, they say it's glow in the dark vinyl, so very awesome. I gotta put that back on the record. Yeah, so you know, I only got into Frank Zappa about 10 years ago. My wife really liked Frank Zappa a lot, and I knew the name, and I knew the song Valley Girl, but that's all I knew. And my wife started talking about Frank Zappa. So I started buying Frank Zappa albums for her, but I would listen to them, and they were awesome. And now I have just a whole bunch of Frank Zappa. I have Joe's Garage. I have it on. I have a triple LP reissue remastered version of Joe's Garage. Joe's Garage is just amazing. But you got to sit down and listen to it with the lyrics. So. But yeah, Joe's Garage is just, I sat down in one sitting and listened to all 6 sides of Joe's Garage, all 3 LPs. It was awesome. Got the original OG. Yeah, I think I have 2 or 3 other Yellow Snow 45s. I don't know if it's an OG or not, but there's been several reissues as well for record store days and stuff, so I've gotten those. So, but I don't know if it have an original or not. So, but I do have several 45s by him. So, this is one I played. My wife and I were cooking dinner one night, and she said, "Put something on that's easy to listen to." So I grabbed this. This is jazz, conducted by Felder, Gold, Reiner, Monto something. Kardashian and Mitchell, but it's just jazz. I think this came out in the 60s, I think. And but yeah, it was just very, very, very easy listening jazz. So it's pretty good. It was put out on the RCA Victor Red Label. So I picked this up in a dollar bin a couple months ago, but I never played it. I grabbed it and decided to put it on for us. So yeah, it was good to listen to while making dinner. Then last week my wife asked me to play some Ozzy Osbourne, so I pulled out his very, very last album, Patient Number 9. This is the version on Crystal, Caraco, and Pearl Marble vinyl, which is like a blue. So I'll pull it out here so you can see it. So there's the back of it, and there's a hype sticker for you there, and very, very cool looking vinyl though. And this like bright blue, pearl blue vinyl, double LP. Really, really great album for Ozzy. It's sad that we lost him last year. It really was. It really was. So, yeah, it's awesome. I actually have 2 copies. I have the blue and I have it on red as well. That one was I think that one was the indie store release, and then I got the Target release, which is on red vinyl. So actually, I got 2 copies because the first one they sent me was warped pretty bad. And I contacted Target, and they just sent me a second copy. They didn't want the other one back, so I ended up giving the other one away to somebody. I don't remember. It was playable, but it had a big warp. It was like real big warp. I said, for what I paid for, I'm not going to accept that. So the second one was better. So, but I gave the other one away to somebody else. Also picked up and played The Mandalorian Season 2. on, it's hard to see without taking it out. It's on a dark blue, transparent like vinyl. Hard to see it. There you go. But I mean, there's Baby Yoda for you. So, but I'm a huge sucker for Star Wars. I love Star Wars soundtracks. So I think I have season 1, season 2, and season 3 Mandalorian on vinyl, the soundtracks. So awesome with that. Play some Ray Stevens. Hey, did y'all know that Ray Stevens is coming out with a brand new album? He's coming out with a brand new album in February. It's called New and Old or something like that. But basically, he went back in the studio and he re-recorded a lot his hits. I'm assuming Ahab the Arab, and The Streak. He re-recorded a bunch of his classic hits, and then he's also recording some new tracks as well. So that's coming out in February. So look for that. So, but I also heard that he had a heart attack last year, but I'm glad that he made it. So, anyways, but this is Best of Ray Stevens, came out in 1967, and I'm a big fan of Ray Stevens. I got a bunch of his 45s. Here's the track listing here. What's cool about this one, even though it says the best of, there were 3 songs that made their debut on this album, which one was Jeremiah Peabody's polyunsaturated, quick dissolving, fast acting, pleasant tasting green and purple pills. That's the entire name of the song. Let me bring up the open it up here. Whoa, that would have been fun. All right, let me bring up the track listing, and you can see the Jeremiah Peabody's polyunsaturated. So that song made a debut on this album, and for the longest time. Yep, yeah, this is on what label is this? This is Mercury? Yeah, this is Mercury. So anyways, that song, that Jeremiah Peabody song, for the longest time, it was the song with the longest name that ever went on. I thought it was top 40, but it might have been top 100. But either way, on the Billboard, maybe a Billboard Hot 100, it was the longest song with the longest name to ever be on the Billboard Hot 100 up until 1982, I think it was, when Stars on 45 knocked them out of place. Because they put out a compilation, Stars on 45 put out this compilation with all these songs on it, and every single song in the compilation they put in the title. So it made that title super, super long, longer than this one. So, but for almost 20 years, this held that title. But it also had, I think Santa Claus is Watching You made its debut as well on this one. So, but anyways, very, very cool record. Let me go ahead and see if we can't put it back in the sleeve here. There we go. So, the long title is my first LP. Okay. I know some of the songs on that record was his first. They were saying that they were first available, so maybe not that song, but I know there are a couple songs on there. And good stuff. Oh yeah, definitely. I love Ray Stevens. So I picked up 311's Greatest Hits. So alternative band, they incorporate some island like reggae type style in with their music, and some more on the classic rock side, but also some alternative rock. They incorporate a bunch of different styles, but the music is really good. I like them a lot. But this is Greatest Hits from '93 through '03. So really great album for them. If you're not familiar with them. And of course, I picked up Peter Criss. This is the silver one. I also got the black one. I haven't played it yet. It's still sealed. So it's on this gray silver vinyl. But this is really good. This is really good album. I played it twice already, and my favorite song on here is probably the first song on the second side, which is the creepy crawlers. Really great. So and some of the songs on here are also reminiscent of his Kiss solo album, which he does. He does this. Okay, let's get that out of here. All right. So he does. He likes the 60s sound, Motown sound. So he on his he does like Tossin' and Turnin' and a couple other songs that has that Motown song to it on his Kiss solo album, and he does a few Motown style songs on here too. So actually they're really good. So at least Motown influenced songs. So but yeah, it's a really great album. And if you're expecting Kiss, it's not going to be Kiss. There are one or two songs that are pushing the limits that could be harder and more Kiss-like, but most of them are not. So this is the track listing. You want to take a look at it? So what was I going to do? I think there's an insert in here. That's what I was going to do. I was going to show you the insert. I think there's a nice insert in here. Let me see. Isn't there? Yeah. Well, I guess. I mean, it's the inner sleeve, but it's cool. So we have that. And that. So yeah. So pretty cool stuff. So, but really great album. I really like this a lot. So on the back it says dedicated to Ace Frehley, as well as a couple other people. This album dedicated to Ace Frehley, Bill Aucoin, Sean Delaney, and Stan Penridge. So anyways, has anybody else picked up that album yet? So this here is TNT, which is I think I looked them up. I think they're a Dutch band. I'm trying to remember where they're from. Doesn't say. I don't think they're from the U.S. It could be UK maybe, but it's called TNT, and they're mainstream rock band, AOR, melodic rock, but it was really good. I really enjoyed this a lot. And this is from I think the 1980s, I believe. And here's the back of it. So good band, really good stuff. Put out on the Vertigo label. So on that version, Vertigo label. So but really great album. I think this might. I don't know if this is their debut or not, but I know. I'm trying to remember. Anyways, TNT, good stuff. Let's see what else we have here. We have John Fogerty, Legacy. Finally got around to playing this one. Really good stuff. Really great. Some of these I could have swore were the same versions on his 45s. Maybe he just did that good of a job where I just couldn't tell them, had a hard time telling them apart. But some of them I could tell they were re-recorded. So did he re-record all these again? That's what I heard. They were re-recorded. But some of these I was listening to, I go, dang, that sounds just like the 45 I have, but maybe not. But anyways, yep. And that's all the track listing there. But good stuff. He redoes this CCR songs on this. I know Chris has a copy of this as well. I can put it back in the sleeve. Let's see, last but not least, we're getting down to the bottom here, and we have the Scooters Blue Eyes, 1983, I think. Or either 82 83. Maybe 82? Anyways, so Blue Eyes, this is a new wave rock band. Really good stuff. This is their second and final album. They put out another album called Young Girls, I think. It came out in 81. The cover is kind of controversial, but the music was good. And but this cover is much less controversial than the first cover was. But either way, it's a good band, a good music. So I really enjoyed it. And it's on the EMI label. Well, I don't think you need the rights to re-record a song, correct? I mean anybody can cover a song. I mean, I can cover a song and not have the rights to it, but I do have to pay royalties to, BMI or ASCAP or whatever company, holds that C copyright stuff. I have to pay royalties to them, but I don't have to have the rights to cover it. So I don't think he needs the rights to re-record those songs. Matter of fact, I know a lot of artists that actually will leave a label. I think Neil Diamond was one of them. Went to another label, and he couldn't bring the songs with him because of copyright. So he re-recorded the songs on the new label. So, yeah. So, but like I said, some of them sounded like they might have been the originals, but it was hard to tell. It had been a while since I heard some of them, so but I was listening. I said, "Dang, that sounds so close to the original." So, anyways, but yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for everything that I played. Like I said, New Year, a lot of stuff going on. I was planning on doing a room tour. Haven't got to it yet. I still got to do some cleaning up in here. It looks clean, but I made sure that the view you all see is as clean as possible, but there's a lot of stuff around me that's not that clean. So I want to get things straightened up and do a new room tour. I've changed around the walls and stuff. Yes. Yes, that's right. If you own the rights, then you don't have to pay royalties to yourself to cover them. But anybody can cover a song. They just got to pay the royalties to there's a word for those. Like I said, that C copyright. So which is the writer, the person who wrote the lyrics and the person who wrote the music. Yeah, it's got to pay those royalties, and anybody can cover a song. So now you can't. Now a little difference, like with Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters copied a song. They copied Huey Lewis and the New song "I Want a New Drug," and the beat was the same on Ghostbusters as "I Want a New Drug." As a matter of fact, Huey Lewis took Ghostbusters to court over that, and they won. They got royalties for that, and even though originally they didn't pay royalties because they were trying to get away with it, but yeah. So thanks, Adrian. I really appreciate it. So, but yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. So again, I want to try to show some soundtracks this year. Try to do a room tour. And I think next week what I'm going to do is I think it's going to be my final video where I show the rest of my compilation albums that have multiple artists on the same album, like K-Tel and Ronco, stuff like that. I have about maybe 40 of those, 30 or 40 of those left to show. I have 3 other ones, and this will be the 4th installment. So I got a brand new laptop, and I forgot to export out the templates for my thumbnails. That's why you see a different thumbnail in this video. I forgot to export out that template, and it's not so easy to. It's harder than you think to recreate a thumbnail. So, but the thumbnail is out there. I think it's pretty good. I may stick with that format. We'll see. So, but yeah. Definitely, always great to see you, and I would still like to have you on sometime as a guest if you can ever work that out. I can do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. I can also do it on Sunday evening if that works for you as well. If you ever want to do it, contact me and let me know. I'd love to have you on as a guest and talk about. I mean, you're very knowledgeable. I would love to have you on. Matter of fact, I'd love to have any of you all on. Someday I may get Adrian on. Who knows? Maybe not. So, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight, and I'm not gonna bring anybody up tonight. It's getting a little bit late. So, but hopefully this year I can get definitely. So think about when you might want to come on. Just contact me. I'll have my Instagram information down below in the or if it may not be down there right now, but I put it down there. My Instagram info to contact me, but yeah, love to do it. So I'm gonna say goodnight, and I'll see you all next week when I do my compilation videos. So thanks for stopping by.